Okay, it's been a weird couple years, guys, but I should be back to making videos. Um, I decided to hunt the Yukon River here in Alaska. I found the river. Ta-da! Hunted. Just kidding. Okay, so after a lot of research and some internet polls, I decided that I could bring this raft, a dinghy, that the kids and I have lovingly, the whole family has decided to call Ducky, which on its pack up from its maiden voyage got a lovely little hole in it, and so it leaks some air. You can see the front fifth of it leaks a little air, which is fun to bring some extra pumps and everything else. But I took this guy up as far as my fuel for coming out, which was about 9 gallons, would let me go. It worked pretty well. If you guys want to know more about that dinghy, just let me know. I just want my son to know that I carried everything up in one trip. I one-tripped it because I know how important that is to you. No matter how many cartons of milk get dropped and destroyed on the way in, one trip is so important. So I carried everything up in one trip. I have a couple buckets of food. There's oatmeal and some other things in one. I'm about to sort that out. I'm in the middle of unpacking. That's my first aid kit times 2. I have one that is waterproof and one that most of the things in it, like the Quick Clot, are also in it. I decided to set up camp here. This was a team effort, as far as like, hey, help me. Does this look like an okay spot? Is there anything better? Look on Google Earth, which was wholly unreliable. So was Onyx. Onyx said that a bunch of places were islands when they were pretty much connected to the rest of Alaska. Bunch of places that were like, no, that's 100%, that's water, don't worry about it. And I get stuck. I spent almost 2 hours trying to get out of one of those areas where I thought it was gonna go all the way through. I was like, well, that looks nice and calm. I'd take that instead of going the faster moving way, because I'm trying to save on some fuel coming up against the current upriver. But I got stuck in like a cove, and then trying to get out of it was really difficult because the currents wanted to push me back into it. It was a really weird thing, and I ended up having to backtrack about a half mile to get out of it, and then get into currents that I could even get over. I mean, it's a raft, guys, with a 20 horsepower engine on the mighty Yukon River. So I'm surprised I made it this far, to be completely honest. I have half as much fuel to get me home because I'll be going with the current, and I'm hoping that's enough because otherwise that's going to be a lot of rowing. I have 2 gallons of water, and I know what you're thinking. That's not enough for 2 weeks. It's not. I plan on filtering more, which I don't know what that water is going to do to my filter. I think I've got an idea for how I can use a multi-step process to try and filter it before I actually use my water filter. So for those of you that want to tune in on the next episode or a future episode for how to purify the Yukon, which is about as sandy as the Kenai and the Susitna. I mean, that's really just this murky, silty sort of deal. There are my waders and my toilet underneath it. Of course, I've got my InReach. Please don't leave home without it in Alaska. Even with the iPhones being able to send like SOSs and everything else, this is extremely important because it's actually waterproof and your iPhone is not. Rangefinder, for anybody that wants to know about ballistics, please tune in on a future episode. I know you're not supposed to do this. Guys, calm down. I'm not going to leave it here, okay? When I finish unpacking my stove, the hefty tote that you see back there will become my food, okay, storage. But for now, I'm just putting my food in here so that I can unpack. I'm still in the midst of unpacking. Okay, so I have enough protein bars to kill a small horse, as well as snacks galore. I have, this is basically just snacks and lunch, but the bulk of the food is in those 2 buckets that you saw outside. This is going to be the first trip I've ever gone on where I have brought my own alcohol and intend on drinking some of it. I don't plan on getting too crazy, just maybe in like 1 shot before bed to relax. Extra ammunition, bug spray, chapstick, toothbrush, all kinds of toiletries, a little bit of Tylenol and Motrin, etc., etc. Boat repair kit. Yeah, all this kind of stuff. Sorry for my hand in the way. I'm killing bugs as I go. That's probably going to move outside the 10-pound propane tank that you see that will run my stove here and there. The big yellow bag that you see there is it still has my clothes in it. Again, I'm still unpacking, but you know, you get a general idea. And there's my big heavy jacket, which I didn't think I was going to use at all. I was like, what a waste. I'm not going to bring it. And ended up, I already wore it just on the drive out. And when I slept last night in the truck, also wore it while I was riding the boat today because it was windy and cold. And singing kept me warm for a little while, but I was like, this is kind of ridiculous. Why don't I just put on some more clothes? I'm still in the midst of unpacking. I've got my bunch of stuff in there. Sorry, I get distracted here. A bunch of stuff in there that I'm still going through. There's some batteries and whatever else. And this was important. I was like, guys, I'm not going to make one video unless I'm going to be able to make a whole series. And I wasn't sure if I had packed this. Single piece of equipment could have meant no videos. So the only video that I had made prior to this was just of the Yukon on the way up. And I didn't want to make any more videos until I was confident that they would be captured in a series. And then I have my kill kit, which tune in on a future episode if you'd like to know what all I put in my kill kit. So it is an absolutely, oh, hi everybody. It's an absolutely beautiful day. I really thought that it was going to be raining, like the forecast said rain, and I think I counted 8 or 10 drops, no more than 12 drops of rain the entire ride up here on my cute little raft, again lovingly named Ducky. I'm hoping this is a good spot. My plan is to get up ungodly early, make breakfast and drink my coffee and be settled, ready to go before the sun comes up, like an hour or more before daylight. And I want to get up in the morning and glass around, look at stuff, maybe go check out that tree line, maybe not. I have 2 weeks up to. It's probably going to turn into a week and a half or until I get a moose. But at least a week for sure that I'll be out here and looking around. I'm really curious. Sorry for the quick pan here. This island, quote unquote, with some heavy air quotes on that guy, because you can see this is like literally it's just connected to the rest of Alaska here. It's not an island anymore. I'm really curious what's in there. I don't know why that one. Maybe because it's this cute little circle and I feel I can manage that versus, you know, the endless wilderness that is Alaska over there. Wow, I'm almost already at 10 minutes, so I'm going to stop rambling. I'll tell you more about ballistics, my kill kit, how I plan on staying warm, how I plan on surviving, more about hunting, more about the drive up, and other fun things in future episodes. um, I'm really excited to start doing this again. This is it's been too long. I definitely had some fun, but I'll tell you guys all about that later. So yeah, that's like 30,000 ums. And I already said that I was going to go, but I haven't had no one to talk to uh, all day, which doesn't sound like that bad. But when you've got this many things on your mind, it can get kind of crazy in there. So I'm glad to let it all out. So I'm here. I survived this far. Please wish me luck. The goal is a moose and to not die getting it.